Executive session to discuss personnel matters, homeschooling applications, a security update, and we received advice on legal matters. No votes were taken. Our first item on the agenda is item 1.01, the welcome, the prayer, and the pledge. Would everyone please stand for the pledge, for the prayer, and remain standing for the pledge of allegiance. Ms. Linda Morrison-Bayer, our secretary, will now lead us in the prayer.
Thank you, Dr. Stiles. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we greet another year ready to embrace this awesome opportunity. Let our character for this school year duplicate good and beautiful and kind, remembering that it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. We give thanks and celebrations for our successes and acknowledge our failures, remembering we are all human and we don't always get it right the first time. Let us pause to reactivate our dreams as we build strong leaders using the talents and abilities of this organization. We give thanks for an organization that dares to be different, using as its guiding principles respect, teamwork, and accountability. Finally, dear Heavenly Father, we come asking for these blessings for this school year, 23-24, and all future years to come. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Morrison-Bayer. Please join me this time in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and you may be seated. A special thank you also to Mrs. Bush for the beautiful flowers tonight. They certainly brighten the room. Love those sunflowers. Thank you so much, Ms. Bush, for always remembering us. Our second item on the agenda is to approve the consent calendar, which includes items 2.01 through 2.05.
Madam Chair, motion to accept is presented.
Thank you, Ms. Linda with Mrs. Wells, and thank you, Ms. Goodwin, for the second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. At this time, I'm going to turn the floor over to Dr. Waster. I believe he has some special recognitions now.
I do. One was the appointment of interim principal and some assistant principal appointments, and those will be remaining. Earlier meeting, when they weren't able for various reasons to be with us that time in June. First, I want to recognize Tatiana Shea. Ms. Shea is the newly appointed interim principal at Southside High, and I know I saw her back there somewhere.
Sorry.
Congratulations on your appointment. We look forward to you serving in that leadership role. Do you have anyone with you tonight? Or do you...
No, I'm by myself.
Okay. Well, congratulations again. You got things well underway over there already. Now to assistant principal introductions. Wes Dodgens, Woodmont High. Congratulations. Do you have someone come to you tonight?
I do. I have my lovely wife, Mary.
Welcome to you. Kristen Bell, Hughes Academy assistant principal. Kristen, welcome.
have my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Tony and Kathy Bell.
April Camp, Grove Elementary School Assistant Principal. April, congratulations. I did have Reese with you.
Yeah, I know. My principal is Reese, and I have my mother, Roberta, with me.
Mel Hayes, Montague Elementary School. Congratulations. You have anyone for you, Mike?
I do. I have my husband, Daniel.
Congratulations to each of you on your new appointments. We look forward to having you in these leadership roles. Hope you have a great school year. Dr. Stiles?
Thank you, Dr. Oyster, and again, congratulations to all. Our third item on the agenda is item 3.01, the appearance of visitors. Mrs. Bush, our vice chair, I'm going to ask her to read the guidelines for public comment at this time.
Thank you. As each speaker's name is called, he or she should proceed to the podium at the end of the board's desk, where there is a microphone and a light system. Each speaker has up to 3 minutes to speak to the board. The light system will be green for the first 2 minutes and will turn yellow when 1 minute remains on the speaker's allotted time. In keeping with board policy KCA, abusive language or personal attacks aimed at students or staff members will not be permitted. All speakers are expected to behave in an orderly and respectful manner. The board will not engage in discussion with the speaker or respond to comments. The superintendent will designate a member of the staff to respond to each speaker in an appropriate and timely manner.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Bush. Our first speaker is Becky McLaughlin.
Those are my lights. I'm Becky McLaughlin, a very recently retired math teacher. My objective in talking with you tonight is to give you kind of an in-house view of school in 2023 through the eyes of someone who walked into the classroom in 1973. And just a little bit about me. I was a freshman at Furman in 1968, a century ago. And most of my career was spent in Palm Beach County. But when my husband and I moved here 20 years ago, our adult children followed us, which means I had 6 grandsons in the Greenville system. So you understand why I am very, very concerned. I don't want to just sit down after 50 years of education. So one of the things that I want to talk to you about, and I hope to see you often, is teacher retention, because last year I know how many teachers we were missing. And because I was shoulder to shoulder with young, mostly ladies, I know what their concerns were. I don't believe it's money. I don't believe the issue is less salaries. I may be wrong, but if I am, then perhaps compensation could be offered for committee chairmanships, coaching new teachers, and so on. But what I do believe the issue is time. When I compare the new homemakers and new moms of today with my time as a new mom and as a new teacher in 1973, the biggest issue I saw was how much time I spent at school doing meetings. And meetings are not always after school. Many of them are during our planning time, but planning time is precious. And if there was not enough planning time at school, then it was done at home. Some of the meetings, particularly the faculty meetings, seem to have always been timed and the time was filled, whether it was in order to disseminate information or not. Other meetings, grade level meetings, department meetings, hall meetings, parent conferences, community gatherings, IEPs, 504s, on track, SLOs, and a depth and pace for the very new teachers we hope to retain. All the time, we may have to consider that child care cost is no longer $50 a week. It's $300, an additional amount if they're staying after for a meeting. So I hope that I can highlight a few things that you may want to hear from me over the next few years, because I can't stay home. And, but I would like a shout out for an affirmation for the League Academy, who solved the problem of students with cell phones in 1 year and kept it solved. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McLaughlin. Our next speaker is Mr. Terrell Brown.
How's everybody doing? I want to talk to you tonight about the program known as Public Service Loan Forgiveness. Here's a little summary of the program. The Public Service Loan Forgiveness is the United States government program that was created under the College Cost Reduction Act of 2007 to provide in-depth professional debate of their student loan debt burden by working full-time in public service. Borrowers who spent at least 8 years working in public service professions and made income-based payments through the direct loan program was done in 2007. And I'm proud moment right now was when a vendor came to my school with his establishment and offered his expertise to teachers how to get into this program by his local company. As a local leader of the association, I told him I can't do it by myself. I'd rather you come and teach teachers in a big set. I said, come to Columbia, we can work something out, I promise you. And lo and behold, he came to Columbia. And he showed educators in that seminar how to apply. All those teachers in that room got their loans forgiven, I learned a little bit something. My life has changed so much because hundreds of thousands, close to $1 million were forgiven. This is a burden that a lot of teachers face because the thing is, many of them have to work second jobs to pay their student loans. This is not the Biden plan that we just talked about. This is the one that was done in 2007. Even though this information is on the school district website, please, administration, encourage your teachers to push to get this program or get involved with the program. With the parts of advocacy, you have to keep pushing in order to get it right, because many teachers are being neglected, and summers were neglected because it was hard to get into the program. But if you keep advocating, they got into the program, and now everything is smooth because we heard nothing but good news over the summer about how their loans were forgiven. They didn't have to work second jobs, and it felt like a big relief was over their shoulder. It was a big relief because I got mine. In March, in February, when we had our event, I was so happy because I got my letter. That's why I was smiling the whole night. But lo and behold, I'm a person who has bad luck. So I said, well, I got to make sure this thing is legit. So I keep checking my credit report for the last 4 or 5 months to make sure it's true. And my wife said, you take that thing out your pocket. I said, why? I said, that's got to make sure this thing is for real. And it was forgiven. So now I kept it in a little safe at my house. But this is a life changer now because we don't have to worry about working second jobs to get ends meet. And it also is a way to show that if you keep working hard and pushing things out, it can get done. There's always a famous quote, if you teach a person to fish and give a person to fish, they can eat a day. But if you teach a person to fish, it can last a lifetime. And this is an example where you can change somebody's life right now. You did.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Our next speaker is Ms. Catherine Schumacher.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here tonight with my colleague, Keena Jennings, on behalf of the staff and board of Public Education Partners, with a message of thanks to all of you and to recognize 2 extraordinary educators who are making a difference not only in their schools, but for the future of teaching. Through our work, PEP is proud to elevate teachers with a particular focus on early career educators just coming into the field. We know that having an experienced mentor walking alongside a new teacher is enormously helpful to their success. Mentors go above and beyond, adding hours to their classroom duties to meet with their assigned mentee and pour into them their perspective and advice. We are so grateful to the Board of Trustees for recognizing the value of that time in this year's budget which increased the cash stipend for district mentors from $250 to $1,000, which is a huge investment in incentivizing experienced educators to serve as mentors. So thank you for that additional support. At the Teacher of the Year breakfast a couple of weeks ago, PEP was honored to sponsor the First Class Teacher Award, celebrating 2 teachers who are finishing their first year in the classroom. And tonight, we want to take just a moment to shine a spotlight on the winners of PEP's First Class Mentor Awards for the 22-23 academic year. These teacher leaders have distinguished themselves for their commitment to and excellence in supporting first-year teachers on their journey. Mentors were nominated by their principals and administrative teams. Our first-class mentors received a $250 cash award, and tonight we presented them with a crystal trophy and a gift certificate from our generous award sponsor, Oro Hotels, for a staycation package downtown as a special and well-deserved treat. I'm grateful to be joined by Heather Metters-Whitley from Oro Hotels, who is a former educator herself, and she has been a great champion of PEP's work to support teachers. I also want to recognize Julie Woodhouse, who serves as Greenville County Schools Coordinator for Induction, Mentoring, and Teacher Success. She is an incredible partner to PEP in our work to support teachers. I'd like to ask our elementary level First Class Mentor Award winner, Terry Presnor, to stand. She is a 3rd grade teacher at Chandler Creek Elementary School and is joined by the Assistant Administrator, Kate Canterbury. And I'd also like to recognize secondary level First Class Mentor Award winner, Gabe Chen Rodriguez. Gabe. Mr. Chen is a science teacher at Berea High School, and we're just thrilled to have both of them here tonight. So congratulations to these award winners, and thank you to the trustees for your investment in our teachers and the district's efforts to help them be more successful.
Thank you, Mrs. Schumacher, and congratulations to all. Our final speaker is Bobby Hines.
Good evening, everyone. Got some notes. I'm not ready to public speaker, so bear with me just a minute. I'm a Greenville native. I was born and raised here in Greenville, and I've seen it grow as well. Seen it grow tremendously. The city, the county, and the school district. And the school has really been good. I went to Summer Drive Elementary School, Greenville Junior High School, White Hampton High School, I went to college in Gardner-Webb. I'm thinking really just as a concerned citizen. I don't have any children in school. I do have grandchildren. I've got 5 granddaughters. But I was a real public school advocate for years. My daughter is 46. She went to Mitchell Elementary School, Greenville, Eastside, Clemson. 41-year-old son did the same thing. 28-year-old daughter, 30-year-old daughter, all went to public schools. But I think things started changing back when my daughter went to school. I recently got involved in a Big Brother, Big Sister program, and got a really cool young man at Hollis Elementary School. And I don't know if any of y'all have sat in the 3rd grade class at Hollis Elementary School, but it's interesting, to say the least. Really nice young kid, but I really feel like the children that I met are starting out behind the 8 ball. As you know, the school is mostly African American, mostly Hispanic. There are a few Caucasians, but just really kids that want to be children. And it was really refreshing to go through this program. I encourage men and women to get involved in that program. But my little guy, he has a difficult time. He's 3rd grade. He really can't read and write. And I asked the teacher, what will happen to him next year? Her response, kind of sheepishly, said go to 4th grade. Is that right? Okay. So anyway, I think this is a tragedy. They're starting out behind the 8 ball. And I know all schools aren't like that, but I know Hollis seems to be like that. With low reading skills and low math skills and probably no job and probably no college. Maybe, we've got 15 games in Greenville. I'm on the Police Foundation Board, and we've got a lot of games in Greenville. We're living a little bubble. He may be in one of those games. He's starting out in that direction, and it really concerns me. We just can't keep pushing these children through the system. I don't really know how it works with the federal government gives us money for graduation rates. I've heard that. I know there's a limit on how old someone can be in high school, which is probably a good thing. But something's got to happen to these children that are starting out behind the 8 ball. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I appreciate what you do. I want to finish with thanking the board for serving, and I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our fourth item on the agenda is item 4.01, the superintendent's report. And Dr. West, I'd like to turn the floor to you this time.
Pick up stop. For years and years, we're back to, I was in school. One of the things that people talk about on the first day of school, teacher asking, what did you do over the summer? So we traditionally, this time of the year, share a little bit with the board and the public what we did over the summer. This is by no means all inclusive. It certainly doesn't speak to every hour that's put in by teachers, principals, school level workers, district level employees. This is just sort of the big picture. Look at facilities. Look at 7,000 workers replaced or refinished. Place being total floor place, but refinished and thinking about a gym floor being refinished. 306,000 square feet of floor. Refurbished 23 gym floors. Painted 867,000 square feet surfaces. Put new roofing on 308,300 square feet. Replaced, the full replacement of 3 HVAC systems. Completed 4 construction projects, continued supervising 2, and commenced 7 more. Updated and upfitted 19 portables. Completed 11 ADA compliant playground upgrades. Reconditioned 5 tracks, that is, resurfaced that artificial surface on the track. Similar with tennis courts, resurfacing the artificial surface over the asphalt on tennis courts. Reconditioned 7 areas of asphalt, parking lot areas, driveways. Completed and opened CTE Innovation Center. Completed the weight rooms and new multi-purpose gym at Eastside Weight Room and multi-purpose gym at Malden. Began construction at Ellen Woodside, Fort Shoals, Mountain View, Simpsonville, and Sioux Cleveland, elementary school additions. Began construction of the new elementary school, the site of the old J.L. Mann High School. Through custodial college, over 3 days, trained 640 building services employees. Transportation, recertified 600 drivers, aides, and subs, with a total of 3,600 total training hours. Conducted new CDL bus driver training for 30 drivers and 13 coaches. Did 7 bus aids for special needs transportation training. Implemented a new state routing software. A new routing software that covers all the routes that we run in the district on a daily basis, and that's in excess, Adam, of 33,000 miles a day. 36,000 miles a day. We've seen probably in the news some places where rerouting did not go smoothly. In this situation, although it was not a rerouting, it was an implementation of new routing software. We in fact did reroute the entire district about 12 or 13 years ago. Our transportation staff made calls to the parents of 27,000 bus riders to inform them of the stop location, the approximate time for pickup, drop off of those locations. Food nutrition services. They completed ServSafe certification for assistant managers, 70 employees at 490 hours. 165 managers were involved in 1,155 hours of back-to-school in-service. All the while, they also served 141,536 meals over the summer. ETS, help desk tickets submitted and closed, i.e. a request similar to a maintenance work order, but a work order for computer repair, 7,423. Reviewed 710 technology requisitions. Installed backup wireless cellular devices in 56 schools. Reached a 99% completion rate of Wi-Fi replacement in all schools. Installed, tested new education apps in ClassLink, 83 of those. Implemented online enrollment for 4K students. They also had a part in the installation of the new transportation routing software system. Completed network connections to high school press box to extend our Wi-Fi coverage into our state. And placed 69,967 Chromebooks in service for start school. Human Resources processed 1,028 hires or rehires. Transfer, they processed 1,279. Processed 1,066 separations for active employment. Did 2 sessions of training for secretaries. 2 sessions of information on paid parental leave. You all know there was a significant change to that this year. Finance issued 5,601 teacher supply checks. Conducted benefits and retirement enrollments for 1,069 new employees. Transferred benefits, processed those transfers for 193 employees. Processed 200 employee retirements. Loaded 18,115 general fund budget accounts with the FY24 budget. And performed 5,526 new hourly rate calculations for 28 salary schedules. Staff and leadership development, saw a pretty intensive presentation on this at the committee of the whole, but conducted 1,090 professional development sessions, conducted an induction institute for 314 first-year teachers, 205 second-year teachers. Provided and prepared 14 mentors for new principals and 36 mentors for new assistant principals. Conducted a 15-day GATE Teacher Institute with their coaches for 99 new GATE teachers. Trained 137 new teacher mentors. You conducted training and observation and evaluation of teachers for 128 teachers and administrators. Conducted various opportunities and development for new principals and directors to start the year with 15 individuals. Safety and security. Hired 2 additional Evolve techs to accompany the additional Evolve systems to schools. Had 88 teachers and administrators trained in active shooter scenarios. Live training, not online training, in partnership with Greenville County Sheriff's Office. The 131 members of the District Emergency Response Team participated in the District Emergency Response Team reunification training, on-site, in-person simulation. Day-long training for those 131. They also monitored the compliance of 11,000 employees, completing online active shooter training tailored to their individual positions in the school district. Superintendent's Leadership Summit, which is the kickoff for our principals and district leadership team for the year. You see the message there. Team strong, bringing your best. Recognizing your strengths and strengths of your team. Avoiding assumptions or taking actions without clear understanding. Calling on others to check your thinking. Decisive and confident, but as a product of quality thinking. Collaborative decision making. And building the capacity of others by focusing on their strengths. all of which is aimed towards ensuring we continue to carry forth our mission, building a better graduate, as evidenced by a larger number of our students attaining either college credit or industry certification or both, along with their diploma. We don't yet have the numbers to close out the 22-23 school year. We have every reason to believe that we will see yet another increase from the 61% of our students who graduated with one of those two or both in the 22 graduating class. Thank you for this opportunity to share with you some of our summer break work. And hopefully, and we also believe that those employees also give us an opportunity to be with their family, take a vacation. They squeeze in between all these activities to make sure we were fully prepared to start the year and to start day one, hour one, with instruction to make sure our students get everything they need to get to attain what they need to attain. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Royster. That was absolutely amazing. Just incredible, all those accomplishments. We want to say thank you to you for your leadership, and also a special thank you to all the faculty and various staff members who worked so hard and accomplished so much here this summer. We thank you.
Thank you.
Our next item on the agenda is 5.01, revision of board policy JGI, child abuse, child neglect. This is an action item. We have a recommended motion from the Committee of the Whole to approve the revisions to board policy JGI as presented. This does not require a second. Any discussion? No discussion, then we'll move forward. Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the revisions to board policy JGI as presented. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The motion carries. Our next action item is 5.02, Duke Energy Carolinas LLC easement at the new elementary school on the old J.L. Mann High School site at 61 Isabella Lane. We have a recommended motion from the Committee of the Whole to approve a utility easement as requested by Duke Energy at the new elementary school at J.L. Mann High School site. This does not require a second since it's coming from the Committee of the Whole. Any discussion? No discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. This concludes our action items. Our next item on the agenda is 6.01, committee/liaison reports. Mr. Sailors has an update for us from the advocacy committee. Mr. Sailors.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be having our next advocacy committee meeting on the evening of October 24th, which is the same as our October board meeting. For those of you that have taken a look at our September schedule, it's pretty packed, and the planning and demographics department is working to finalize the information that we requested from them. So we figured that the October date would be the most prudent from a time standpoint to give them an opportunity to complete the work related to uniform code. They have already contacted at least 6 communities that they're seeking information from to help us in addressing the efforts that we're working. So if you look at the October 24th schedule, we have a workshop on test scores from 2 to 4:30, I believe, that day. So advocacy will meet following that 4:30 to 5:30 again on the 24th of October.
Thank you, Mr. Sailors, and thank you for the outstanding job you do with the advocacy committee. Do we have any other committee updates? Okay, Ms. Morrison Taylor.
Thank you, Dr. Stiles. I would just like to report on the SCSBA regional advocacy meetings. Please save the date on your calendars for, the upstate region, which will be Thursday, October 26th. And it will be at Rocky Mountain Science Center. Our meeting liaison also gave a copy to everybody on the board for the resolutions that we would like you to rank the top 3 in order so that we can craft those strategies at the state level. Also, our law conference will be in Greenville next weekend and starts on Friday. So hopefully everyone will be able to attend. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ms. Glenda Morrison-Fair, and thank you so much for involving the full board and giving feedback in those decisions. We appreciate that very much. Any other committee updates, Ms. Linda, as well?
Yes, Ms. Dr. Stiles, Ms. Linda Morrison Fair is at this weekend. The conference is this weekend, starts Friday. I believe that's correct. This Friday. This Friday. Yes, thank you.
Any other questions or updates from committees? Okay, hearing none, we're going to move on to our last agenda item, which is item 7.01, the monthly finance report. Dr. Royster, I'll give you the floor at this time.
As is normal operating, we don't have no problems.
Thank you.
You get that as a catch on that one.
Thank you so much. Any questions in regard to the finance